Welcome back to another episode of Terra's Baddies Club. I am Terra Newell, your host, and I am so excited for today's guest. It is my dear friend Troy Jensen. He is just a fabulous celebrity makeup artist, but now he is making non-celebrities, normal average women just feel beautiful about themselves, beautiful about their bodies, their looks, and just giving them a complete transformation. And I just love that he is doing that. And it's funny because I'm saying normal, but these women are really beautiful, intelligent, and not normal in my opinion. They are just beyond, but they're not a quote unquote celebrity. So he is making them just feel beautiful. So we're going to talk about that, talk about what else he's doing, his Frenchie rescue, and all the good stuff. So let's get into it. Let's introduce Troy. Hi, Troy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to have you. For those who don't know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself.
My name is Troy Jensen. I am a makeup artist, transitioned into a photographer, and I do a lot of work with development and image development. I work with a lot of brands, a lot of professionals, and so I will take pictures. I do the hair, the makeup. As you know, you experienced. You were Troy.
Yeah. Yes. So I love that that's how we met. Well, really through an ex-boyfriend, and then he set that up, and it was really fun. And then we have our friend Lenora Claire, who's amazing, and you've done so many shoots for her as well.
And I came to birthday parties and dinners and stuff like that.
Yes.
We've had a chance to kind of get to know each other. And so I invited you to my home studio and we had some fun. Did you like those pictures?
I just live through them all the time. I'm like, that is my, I don't know, like my different persona per se.
Right. I mean, you
I'm
showed
not
up with
Tara
like some
there.
really cute little sweaters and tanks and tees, and I got you like some crazy boots and I pulled some stuff from my friends at the archive showroom. Do you remember? And
Yes.
it was
What
great.
was that called? Butterfly.
Well, that's Social Butterfly. Yeah, I pulled some stuff from Social
Yes.
Butterfly. Michelle Roy. She takes pieces like vintage men's trousers and she'll bedazzle them and she'll add patches on jackets and hoodies. And it's her Instagram, I believe, is Social Butterflies Los Angeles.
Okay, yes.
A lot of her,
She was amazing.
yeah. She does blazers, like old, like 90s style men's blazers, and she'll like kind of patch them up with some cool stuff. And I love that kind of stuff. I love the idea of creating something one of a kind. And it's also my work. I don't want to stamp the same look on everyone that I work with. And I want, with you, I think I sent you references, didn't I? I sent you.
Yes, some Bridget like Bardot references, Farrah Fawcett and, a lot of like the icons.
You'll have to show some of those pictures sometime, maybe on your Instagram or something.
Oh yes. And then we also had a Christina Aguilera kind of vibe. We had a like red top that we were bringing, and you also did that video.
Yeah, I actually won awards for that video. I did. It was Dirty. It was the title of her record and her first single from that record. But I knew Christina before she was signed to a label. Her manager was a friend of mine and asked me to come and do her makeup for, excuse me, my puppy Mads is right here. He has to say hi. Okay, say hi and then go to sleep. Say hi to everybody. He just got a bath, so he's a little red. Okay, lay down here, go to sleep. Go to sleep. So I showed up and she's like this little and she looked like she was 11 years old. I did like a little sparkly eyeshadow and a little sheer lip gloss and little pinky cheeks. And she went out to this showcase and sang 6 Whitney Houston songs. And I thought, I should have done like a smoky eye, something more sophisticated. And, instead she looked like a little nymph. But that was it. That was the beginning. She got signed and look at her now, you know. But I was
Wow, wow.
a lot of people. I was known for kind of like bring them to me to kind of help them make them give them a look. So it was Christina, Mariah Carey, Kim Kardashian, a lot of the girls that are iconic now, they were just starting out, in the early 90s, whatnot, So it was fun to be able to be a part of that journey for them.
I love that.
What's been going on with you? This podcast, you're single,
Yeah.
you got a new puppy, did you say?
No, I picked up my old baby
So you're still
from
you're still visitations. Back to the Troy and Terra show.
yes. So you've worked with so many amazing celebrities, and it's crazy because I was hearing a story one time where you were working a Grammys party, and Madonna just comes up to you and she's like, "Hey, Troy, how's it going?" or something like that.
Yeah, that's happened many times. I don't go to a lot of parties, so if I was at a party, I was probably working with someone. I remember I was at a party with Mariah Carey, and I ran into Rachel Griffiths, was a client of mine as well. And she was like, "Do you just follow Mariah around when she needs a touch up in life?" And I'm like, "Pretty much, yeah. We just got back from Capri. We were in the Bahamas, and I just kind of followed her all over the world, on vacation with her and her family. But I don't do that much kind of stuff anymore. Like our business now is more professionals, and I work with a lot of doctors. My best friend Jarek, who is my business partner, so we have this business together. I'm kind of the creative, and he's like the brain, and we develop image for doctors, derms, dentists, surgeons, all kinds of stuff. So we'll, help them with their social media, their image, their look, it's a visual age. Everybody needs pictures, as when we were doing
Yeah.
your pictures, she said, it's been a long time since I've done something like this. you know, this is the age we're at. Everyone is putting their best face forward. So having a great photographer take your pictures, having, a great makeup artist do your makeup is important.
Yeah. No, and I love that you're doing that now and how it transitioned from what you were doing. Sorry.
My dogs.
What you were doing with the stylist
Mm-hmm.
and creating those looks because now it kind of transitions to recreating looks for people who may not have that celebrity status and people that have insecurities. And I love that you're now like building them up, taking pictures of them. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I say I should have a disclaimer when I work with someone, because my pictures and the work that I do have gotten people engaged. Just recently, I did a photo shoot, and I kind of did a sort of a glam up on this one friend of mine who lost a lot of weight. She had got gastric bypass surgery. She lost a lot of weight. And I said, let's do a fun shoot. She's dating now. She hadn't dated in like 10 years, and she's getting social again, and she's very active on her social media with her doing her makeup. And it's like, talk about a complete 360. This person was like invisible and made herself invisible, and now she's putting herself out there, which I think is so beautiful.
I love that. And where do you really start with the creative process with building that person up? Do you kind of like adapt each person to their own, or is there like kind of a color palette you kind of go off of?
Yeah, sometimes if a client isn't really knowledgeable about certain looks or aesthetic, I'll show them pictures. I don't like to always work from references. I like to just use my own imagination and just kind of let's see what happens. As you can see behind me, all those drawers are filled with makeup. You've been here before, I call my office the store because it's just nothing. And you can see there's some bags up there I haven't even unpacked yet. But it's just being able to create, and especially now, I feel like ever since COVID, people's anxiety is like here. The slightest little thing sets people off, sets them off into a rager. 1 second, I'm going to pick up Mance. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
There's four running around, and they're extra and they're super needy. This is Mads. He's my baby boy.
I
He
love that.
and they're my talk about wellness. I would probably be a basket case if I didn't have my dogs. And they're very, very important to me. Not just beauty and stuff like that. Sometimes I have to get away from all that and I have to turn off my social media. I don't want to see what people are doing in their life and their private life and their work. Sometimes it's too much, you know? And sometimes it could make you feel bad. Like I didn't, finally I went on a trip. I just got back from Mexico. But for the longest time I felt stuck. Like I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything. So I don't want to watch somebody in Hawaii, and it's not good. It's okay, guys, to mute those mute or unfollow whatever if it makes you feel bad. Why do that to yourself? On my Instagram, if I were to show you my feed, it's things I want to sort of covet every day. So a lot of like cooking recipes, a lot of cooking pages. I love face yoga. Have you ever tried face yoga?
Wait, what? No.
I'll send you some pages. It's, at my age, where everyone's injecting themselves with Botox and whatnot. I've been trying the face yoga. I started it about 3, 4 months ago. And I used to kind of do it throughout the years, but I started it full on. And I really, really love the results. Like, I feel like it's tightened everything. And, I have doctors all the time. And anytime you want to come in, I'll give you a little touch. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm okay.
Face yoga. Okay, what is face yoga exactly though?
So like you do, like there's a type of an exercise for men called mewing, okay, Mewing, where you put your
Okay.
tongue on the roof of your mouth like this, and you just clench down on your jaw, and see that it kind of starts to build up your jawline and tightens everything. It's really great. So I'll send you some stuff to try. There's so many different exercises. Another one is where you stick your tongue out and you kind of smile like this, like this. Exactly. Just lift the cheeks like that. And this lifts the cheeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It works.
Love this.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely don't want a masculine jaw, but I'll do the one for the cheeks for sure.
Yeah, you know what you can
Because
do
I
is you
already have a fine
lean
one.
your face out,
Okay.
pull it down, and also right here, when you get jowls, it's usually from the neck pulling on the face. It causes this. So make sure you do this one where you hold down like this and you feel that stretch down here, and that will relieve the tension here that pulls the face down. Yeah.
I've always heard about getting Botox in the jaw too, and then
Yeah.
that just like,
You can do that to slim. Yeah. Which, I mean, you're flawless. What are you talking about?
thank you. Thank you. Well, I also am distracted by all these boxes behind you. What are some of your favorite products right now?
You know, I love my Revlon Color Stay is the best foundation because when I shoot, I sometimes like to add a little bit of oil to the skin to give a glow. It doesn't run. And then Gucci just came out with an amazing new red lipstick, a matte red lipstick that I love. Kiko Milano Cosmetics, it's a line out of Italy. They just sent me some stuff and I really love really sparkly glosses and stuff like that. Reminds me of sort of like the disco era and like Bonnie Bell, that line.
Yeah.
Really fun. And then one of the products that I just got is by current here, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
It's called Current Body, and it's a helmet you put on. I put it on after I wash my hair, and you put it on, and it's LED light, and it helps with stimulating the scalp to get the hair growing. You know what I'm saying? With me,
Yes.
I don't need a quick fix. I need to just get a routine going and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And then like part of your routine even was the social media. And going off of that, you said earlier that you choose who you follow and you don't follow and what you see on social media.
Yeah.
Like, can we go more into like following pages that, other than the yoga, the face yoga? Like,
Yeah.
what are other accounts that you follow that you really enjoy?
I love, right after the pandemic, I had, this, I had really bad long COVID for about a year and a half. And it got so bad that I couldn't work out. I couldn't go on a walk. I couldn't walk my dogs. I had an inhaler. I had all this medication. Nothing was working. And I just had more and more fatigue and no energy. And my chiropractor suggested trying mushrooms, magic mushrooms, psilocybin. And, you get a chocolate bar, Troy. I was like, listen, I don't want to, I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I don't get high, none of that. And so I was like, I don't want to see colors. I don't need to do that. They're like, no, it's not like that. You microdose. And there's a lot of people who've had long COVID symptoms have had some success. So she gave me a chocolate bar. It sat in my freezer for about 6 months. And on New Year's Eve, my symptoms were really bad. And I felt really down because people were out celebrating and having fun. And I'm home with like, you know. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. What do I have, what do I have to lose? I'm home, not going anywhere. So I took a little piece and I definitely felt it. I didn't feel like colors and trippy or anything. I felt just really relaxed. And I stayed up all night binge watching a Netflix show called The Vikings Valhalla. And
Okay.
in the morning, I told Jarek, there's something happened. I feel better. And I went on a walk around the block and I finished the walk around the block. I said, do it again. And I did it like 4 times. I hadn't been able to do that in a year and a half. And it just changed me. And it was, you know, I don't know if everyone's going to have that experience. I talked to this guy who does these like gatherings and with clients to do psilocybin with. And I said, why did it have this kind of effect on me? Because I wasn't just brain fog. I had like respiratory problems. I had a lot of different types of symptoms. And it really I was getting very depressed. I wasn't suicidal, but I definitely thought my life's over. It's done. My vitality's gone, you know. And so that's probably the biggest takeaway is that I got my vitality back. I got that kind of, I feel good. I feel okay. So I'm a big advocate for it. Again, I don't know if everyone's going to have that experience but lit chocolate, you did it.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I hear that also COVID affects everyone differently.
Yeah.
And so, that could help someone and that maybe might not help someone with like a certain brain type too. So I love that you gave it a try, you got that benefit from it, and that it really got you to where you are today with like building up your career, a different career again. And I feel like part of the industry is ever changing, ever evolving.
Yeah.
How have you just like kept ever evolving?
Good question. I went through a lot of different changes in my industry. I was once at the top, the most sought after artist in the industry. And then, you just you go through a period where you just feel like you are, completely at the bottom of wherever you were at, and you're thinking, okay, what do I do? And I made a choice not to chase my past and not to chase who I was, but to take some inventory with myself and don't be afraid to work again for something that you want, you know? And in my case, I started acting. I got an agent and I've been going on auditions pretty regularly. And then I changed the type of work I was doing. Yeah, some of it isn't Hollywood and movie stars and pop stars. And I'm very proud of that part of my life. But it's an industry now that is very even more competition. There's so many makeup artists, there's so many hairdressers, there's so many photographers. Everybody's a photographer, especially now with AI and apps and filters. you know I've had people who don't even use professional photographers, they just do selfies and filters. And so if anything, I urge people to, don't forget the artist. We got to keep the artists alive. We got to keep real imagination alive, not just this quick fix kind of filter life. So I, with my business partner, we had some professionals that we were working with at the time, And we said, let's focus on them and let's really build them out. And, some of them have gone to onto, their business expanded with our help, and it's been great. So from that, it just kind of like led on to someone else, and it just kind of grew. And now we do, image, we do product development, we do advertising and marketing, and it's sort of like a full service. But I mean, I'm available for anyone who wants to hire me to do pictures. I still have my private clients, and I still have a few celebrity clients that I work with from time to time as well. It's nice to have a little bit of diversity, you know, and I started my own magazine recently, so that's been sort of a great creative outlet. It's called Danny. And also a side project is my rescue. I'm passionate about French bulldogs. It's the number one breed in the country right now, but it's also a lot of crime around it. And so people have lost their lives. People have been robbed just for the dog because they resell them. And because the dog is so popular, breeders are overbreeding them. So a lot of these dogs, purebred dogs, mothers with their babies, pregnant mothers, are ending up in the pound. So I started a shelter. My sister has a shelter called the Puppy Coalition, and we started a separate company through her company. She's a licensed, if you want to call it a rescue or whatever. And so we work under her license, and we started the Frenchie Coalition. So we've already homed like almost 20 dogs, 20 Frenchies, and it's our passion project. It's a lot of work. We're trying to pace ourselves. You can't save everyone, unfortunately, but we're really trying to just be of service, because it's a breed that we love.
Yeah. But I had another girl who was on the podcast and she had a Frenchie. And, Frenchies are so overbred too that it contributes to health problems. And her Frenchie died of a weird health problem too that was like just rare.
Yeah.
And she actually got it at a pet store. She actually like kind of sued the pet store and stuff too. Like she is just addicted to the breed now and
Well, if she wants another,
addicted
we
to
can help her get her.
she adopted two.
Oh, great.
She
It's
was like,
awesome.
I lost one, I got two. Yeah.
Why not have three?
Yeah, yeah. So I was like thinking you can hit her up and see if she wants to foster or foster feel a
Perfect. Yeah.
dog.
Please and anybody listening, even if you may not want to adopt a dog, if you can foster a dog, it's really important to help us to just get them out of the pound. I'll give you more
Yeah, and
information. You can put it on your page if
okay,
anyone
sweet.
wants
And
a
then
Frenchie, or wants to foster a Frenchie, or knows anyone who wants to adopt a Frenchie. And we'll tell them everything they
yeah.
need to know about a Frenchie. Just recently we were Jarek and I were at Runyon Canyon, and there was a Frenchie puppy that was overheated. And people think because Frenchies have so much energy that they can go on these hikes in the hot sun, and it's terrible. Short-nosed breeds, even though they may be hyper sometimes and crazy, that you got to watch the heat. They can't breed
Oh
like a
yeah.
normal longer snout dog like your dog. So you got to really be
Yeah.
careful with that. You could kill them basically.
Yeah. I actually did work for a pet store at like when I was like 18.
Yeah.
And we couldn't ship Frenchies because of that, because they could die. And they are truly a special breed that I love that you're doing this. And also, you told me that someone donated beds, right?
Yeah. We have people donating food, blankets, beds, bowls. We got my car at the moment is filled with beds that we're going to drop off to the shelter. So yeah, if you have some beds, if you want to make a donation, I'll make sure you have all the information. It all helps. It all helps. Sometimes the money helps too, because then we can put the dog in like a paid shelter, and keep it there for like a
Yeah.
month until we figure out what we're going to do. We have a friend, Joanna Krupa, who is a model, who was one of the housewives of Miami, who's now on, I think it's America's Next Top Model Poland. She's a beautiful girl. And she has been so helpful. We'll send her a picture of a dog, and she'll post it on her social media, and it's adopted immediately. Her and her sister, Marta, have been so great. And it's kind of like what kind of got us into it because, you get, my sister, her, the Puppy Coalition, it focuses more on shepherds. But once, because she knows we love Frenchies, she'll say, there's a Frenchie here. You got to see it. And Jarek and I, our heart just breaks. And we're like, we got to do something. We got to do something. So that's kind of how it started. And 20 dogs in safe homes later, we're like, maybe we can do something with this. And so she offered us a division within her company to do this. So we're doing it. We're really, really happy about it.
Yes. I love this. I love all the steps that you're doing in your journey right now. Is there anything else that I'm not mentioning that you're doing?
And I'm not dating. There's no time for that at all. I'm like a nun. And I'm not partying, it's not my life. The life I've designed is, some may find it very boring or very square, but I don't live with lack of love. I wake up every day with my dogs jump on me and kiss me, and what I love about Frenchies is the way that they communicate, and they communicate almost like on a human level. And Maz will like talk when he's like upset with me. He'll like like it sounds like some alien language, and he's like, really okay. And he he's so expressive. He's my soul baby. It's like, ugh. It's been a tough year. It's like one thing after another. Those who do get a Frenchie, it could be expensive. So just make sure that it aligns with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But we have a great. If you have a Frenchie or you want to get a Frenchie and you're in the LA area, Dr. Werber in off of Westwood, he's the best, and he has Frenchies too. So he's really helped us and navigated us through the health of the breed and what to do. And so, me and Jarek are a little bit of like, we're like experts now.
Yes, you guys like know so much. I actually had a Frenchie I was watching. I feel like I hit you guys up for something.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll have to come over and bring your puppy, and we'll have they love other dogs.
So it will be fun. I
Yeah.
love it. Yes. Well, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Is there any last things you want to share before I let you go?
Well, yeah, I wanted to say that, I know that we couldn't do it this time, but we talked about getting together and doing another chat in person, where I would be doing your makeup and doing like a fun look, and we can do our, gossip and talk about tips and wellness and all that stuff, as well as doing your makeup. And then we were going to do a giveaway. So start thinking of ideas that we can do for a giveaway. And when you're available, let's get together and do something in person, okay?
Yes, so I'm going to get together with Troy in a couple weeks. We're going to do a little makeup chit chat gossip. You want to be there for that. And also, we're going to be doing a giveaway, and we are going to be announcing that giveaway on that call. So join for that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to announce that later on when we're going to do all of that. And Troy, where can we find you on social media for the moment? And also your.
Yeah. The rescue right now is the Puppy Coalition. We're going to set up the Frenchie Coalition soon, but my social media is it's Troy Jensen, Jensen.
I love it. Well, thank you
Send me
so
a
much.
message or a comment. Let me know that you're a friend of Terra's, and so I can say hi and stalk your page or whatever.
Yes, slide into those DMs.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Troy.
All right, sweetheart. Big kiss. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Terra's Baddies Club. If you can, go give us a good review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere where podcasts can be rated. I just appreciate the review. And also feedback. I love your feedback. And if you have a criticism, always do an Oreo compliment sandwich. Do a positive, then do your little critique, and then do another positive. I love it that way. So please go and support the podcast and also go check out Troy's work because it's amazing. If you want photos done, you want to feel beautiful and just get inspired by him, check out his Instagram, reach out to him. He is just amazing. So until next time, I'm Tara Newell, and thank you for listening to Tara's Baddies Club.